Along with their 5 daughters, Carolyn and Roger Perrin relocate into a rundown farmhouse in Harrisville, Rhode Island in 1971. With the exception of the dog who won't let inside, the family settles in smoothly on the first day. During a game of hide and clap that evening, one of the daughters discovers the boarded-up door to a cellar. The family heads to bed after Roger uses a match to look around the basement. The following morning, Carolyn awakens with an unexplained bruise, and Sadie, their dog, is discovered dead. Over the course of the following several days, Carolyn experiences a number of paranormal occurrences, including doors opening and closing seemingly on their own and clapping that she doesn't hear. Cindy, their small daughter, sleepwalks into the oldest daughter's bedroom at night and repeatedly hits her head on an old wardrobe. The activity ends with a spirit that resembles an elderly woman attacking the oldest daughter. To get their fears confirmed, Carolyn turns to renowned paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. Lorraine feels that the family has been the target of a certain evil entity. After doing a preliminary inquiry, they determine that they ought to become involved and inform the Perrin family that the house might need to be exorcised, but without more proof and approval from the Catholic Church. This is not possible. While investigating the house's past, Ed and Lorraine discover that Bathsheba, a suspected witch, was the previous owner. Bathsheba committed herself after her husband saw her offering their week-old baby as a sacrifice. She had ascended to the top of a tree on the estate. Ed and Lorraine come back to the house with Drew, a second paranormal investigator, and a policeman, to demonstrate that Bathsheba's soul is residing there and to obtain permission from the Catholic Church. They installed alarm systems and thermal cameras throughout the house. Nothing occurs on the first night, and the clocks do not stop at 3:07 a.m. when Cindy starts to sleepwalk once more. Thermal cameras record her ascent upstairs and see a dip in temperature as she goes inside the wardrobe, whereupon the door slams behind her. The others break through the door and discover a hidden passageway behind the wardrobe. Lorraine goes inside the closet after Cindy is removed and tumbles through the floorboards into the cellar. There, she becomes aware of Bathsheba's intention to possess mothers and use them to murder their children. After seeing the spirits of those she has possessed, Lorraine escapes the cellar with Ed, and they bring their proof to Father Gordon to arrange an exorcism. When Ed and Lorraine arrive at the house, they see Carolyn attempting to stab one of her daughters with a pair of scissors. While being struggled with by Roger and the policeman, Lorraine reminds Ed that the priest is too far away. Thus, Ed will have to carry out the exorcism himself, even if Ed offers they phone the priest. Ed performs the exorcism on the troubled Carolyn, while the others restrain her. For a split second, Carolyn appears to cease struggling, and the exorcism appears to have worked. Her chair suddenly topples, and she finds herself upside down. After a few anxious moments, Ed cries for the demon to set her down, and she is released onto the ground. Ed quickly approaches Carolyn and commands the demon to depart from her body. With a gradual turn, Carolyn replies to Ed, "She's already gone." In the meantime, Drew discovers April in the kitchen, hiding beneath the floorboards, when he shouts down the cellar that he has located her. Carolyn's inner demon is awakened, and she races up the underground stairs to find April in order to finish the sacrifice. To prevent her from following through, Ed, Lorraine Warren, and Roger dash up the stairs behind her. While Carolyn is grabbing hold of April, Lorraine is reaching through the floor to grab Carolyn's head. Carolyn is told by her to keep in mind how important her family is to her, as well as what she would leave behind if she followed through on her promise to Carolyn. Carolyn appears to understand this, as her breathing returns to normal and her expression softens. She sets April down as the evil presence in her eyes appears to lessen. The scene shifts to a lovely morning, as Carolyn is assisted out of the front door. The bruises on her skin disappear as she steps outside into the sunlight and becomes her usual self again. Now that it's finally over, Roger and Carolyn celebrate with their family in the front yard, giving each other hugs. The Warrens head back to their house after driving the devil from the Perrin residence. Ed Warren is shown entering his room filled with possessed items. He positions the ancient music box from the house on a shelf. Lorraine comes in, and the two of them go out together. The music box begins to play on its own after a little while. The music gradually stops. Thank you for watching. If you want more videos like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.